All right. Actually, I'm delighted to be here to give a talk in MOOC for the project with Marina and Kate. Actually, my first participation in Marina's e-learning event was in 2004 or 2005, perhaps, when I was a PhD student at the University of Bristol. I also participated in some e-learning seminar organized by Kate in Southampton. I think that both type of events on e-learning stimulate my PhD research in core area. And also after my graduation, I'm still keen on this topic, research and teaching. And even I start my teaching at the university in EEP teaching, I'm also eager to use technology to enhance my teaching and research. For the MOOC, actually, I think Marina pushed me to work on the MOOC project because in 2015, when I attended Eurocore in Italy, I attended Marina's session in MOOC and Kate's session in MOOC as well. So I started, oh, that's a very interesting area. So I probably can look at MOOC as well. So I go back to China, look at some study research in China. And luckily, Marina invited me to join her projects. Okay, before I start the MOOC talk, I would like to give a brief introduction of my research area through some publication. I edited several chapter books. The first one actually was published in 2013 with some other friends. And it has been reviewed by the Journal of Language Learning and Technology, very famous journal, as you know. And then I published another chapter book with Simon mentioned yesterday. And then this book, Innovation in Language Learning and Teaching, The Case of China, I worked with Professor Hayo Redens and David Newnan. Probably many of you know David Newnan. It will be coming soon, probably next month. It covers technology. I'm also the editor. Actually, I'm also the founder of this journal, International Journal of Computer Assisted Language Learning and Teaching, published by IGI Global. Also, thanks for the contribution from Professor Bax, Marina, and Billy. They all published articles in this journal. And Professor Bax's article actually is the most cited in this journal, probably reached maybe 100 citation, almost. Yeah, and actually Professor Bax's article was published in the special issue in 2011, guest edited by Gary Motorin from Manchester University. So hopefully, if Professor Bax contributed a journal article for Marina's special issue, the next second most cited paper in the future in this journal. This is some journal article published in some other journals, such as Computer Assisted Language Learning. This is based on my PhD dissertation, focused on using computer for student listening and speaking in pre-sessional English courses. Actually, I collect my data from Southampton, from Kate's students in Language Center. This is the wheels but citation is only 6 at the moment. And then for another several years, I worked with Dr. Xing from Manchester University on a collaborative projects using Wiki for a language change program between English and Chinese. So we also published some articles in Computer Assisted Language Learning and a System Journal. Next, I moved to mobile learning for several years. Actually, I created my EEP app for my class teaching. So I uploaded some class material or some actual learning material for my student to use, because I think although there are many apps in the app stores, but they're not particularly for our own classroom teaching. So I created my own EEP app to enhance my class teaching. I finished the article and submitted the article to a journal. It's being reviewed now. And I also use social media, as some of you mentioned about Twitter, WhatsApp, etc. But in China, all these kind of Western social media are not available in China. And so we use WeChat, and I set up several class forum on WeChat forum. And I also work with some France, a teacher from France. So we also use WeChat to set up the China and France WeChat class forum. So we also conduct some project in WeChat. So they also exchange some idea to complete some task on WeChat by text and audio. Right? So there's some audio chat. Okay. So now let me move to the MOOC. So after the attending the Eurocall in 2015, so I went back to China to look at what can we do for MOOCs, or what we can access in China, because many kind of online sources we cannot access in China, such as Facebook, Twitter, whatever. And happily, we can access some typical MOOCs platforms, such as Coursera, right? And also they actually worked with some Chinese universities. So Chinese universities can also upload their courses on this platform. And does my daughter complete University of California's course, right? And got a certificate. But the certificate is free, right? She doesn't need to pay. And also the edX. So in China, we can also access edX, and also edX work with Chinese university as well. And Keihan Chemistry is another popular in China as well. And FutureLearn, yes, it's also very popular in China, and many students and teachers access future learning to learn something. This is not for English. This is for good brain, right? Offered from University of Birmingham, and my daughter also complete these courses, but it has to be paid to get a certificate for £10, I can't remember, or £99. But my daughter didn't pay for that, and we just complete all the courses. This is another future learning. So actually have already started, right? Offered by Kate. Yeah. Yes, already also very interesting for English teaching, right? Now next, let me talk about MOOC in China. So in China, exported in 2013 for MOOCs. For example, several Chinese universities established their online platform. So one of the famous one is Jiaotong-Liverpool offered by Tsinghua University. This is another one, Chinese University MOOC, covers all different subjects, not particularly for English, as you can see. And it's another MOOC platform, covers everything. And this is for scientific general area, okay? It's for Chinese culture, Chinese learning, etc. And for English courses, some universities offer some, this is for writing, right? You can see the participation, well, quite a lot, right? But I don't know how many people can complete this course. And this is for speaking, right? Quite a lot of people, right? This is for oral communication, but very general, not only for college students, but for some people from outside of cities, right? And for primary school students or young adults, whatever. This is another course using webs for ELT by another professor from another university. And yes, pretty good, right? They opened from 16 weeks, quite long MOOC course. So why is MOOC popular? I mean, in China, I think Professor Beck's already covers quite a lot. In the past, the online courses only provided watching video courses only, no discussion with peer and feedback from tutors. Now MOOCs can offer free courses from well-known university. They can watching short videos and PPT. They can also discuss with peers from all over the country, although it's limited, right? They can ask questions and receive feedback from the tutors, peers, although very limited. They can also completing and submitting homework online. They can take exam and receive a certificate if they want. The time could be from 2 weeks to 12 weeks, and so covers weekly homework, so also complete online. There's some teacher-learner interaction, also limited, right? This is a figure in 2015, but it's a bit more, right? Yes, courseware also includes some Chinese university, and the Chinese university MOOCs covers more than 200 courses in 2015. I believe there are more this year. The research in China, right? You can see that in 2014 in Tsinghua Xuetang Zaijian, the registration is quite a lot. The learners actually 22% from university and 78% from society. However, as mentioned by Professor Max, only 3% receive certificate. Another study caused by Professor Yang Fang in 2016, registration by June 2016, more than 2.8 million, quite a lot, right? In the Xuetang Zaixian, and more than 200 courses from more than 100 university institutions from Xuetang Zaixian. The benefits from MOOCs from study in China, so it's open, free, individualization, and they're good. At the moment, there are some famous university and famous professors open their MOOC course, so that's good reputation to teachers for universities, and also good discussion with various level of students. This is a report from Zhejiang University, a very famous university in China. The student awareness, so 60% didn't know MOOC, only 18% took courses on MOOC, but only 7% complete study on MOOC. The motivation for students to work on MOOC courses, because they're free, well-known teachers selecting any courses. Reasons for not complete courses on MOOC, because it's high freedom, so no teachers to push them to complete. The development in the future, so 87% who haven't accessed MOOC are willing to take MOOCs courses according to the study. So you can see the potential for many learners. And also it depends on teachers' willingness and technology and students' needs for MOOC course. There's some other studies talk about MOOC. So MOOCs meets learners' need for good quality of courses, such as from some famous university in China and out of China, and also can benefit to all EFL learners, not only college students. And it's also convenient analysis for learners' data and learning behavior and adapted teaching strategies. This is another study with a lot of participation, right? So 1,000 students participated. We can see the questionnaire data, so they have more satisfied with teachers teaching than student independent learning. And also you can find some data from interview, also convenient individualization, more effective learning, etc. It's a good way to combine study on MOOC and classroom, called flipped classroom. It's also similar to Marina's course projects, so using MOOC to enhance classroom teaching. This is another MOOC course, right, and for speaking only, right? There's a lot of Chinese instruction. Yep, this is about this MOOC speaking. Right? There's some problems for MOOCs in China. So, for example, no monitor from teachers and cannot complete MOOC courses, and cannot release or replace teachers, but rely more on teachers as well. It is a challenge to assess a learning outcome on MOOC, right? That's why not many teachers use MOOC for their classroom teaching. And teachers spend more time and feel more tired than in classroom if they want to produce a MOOC course. And some teachers just move classroom teaching to MOOC platform, lack of new creation. According to another scholars, so the top one problem for MOOC courses is a low rate of completion of courses on MOOC. So, and challenge, also challenge for teachers. For example, IT skill and the teaching strategies, and resources including video and audios, organizers and facilitators. Some will become pop star, but others will become teaching assistant. And assessment based on online peer assessment, and lack of good quality, identity, pluralism, as Kate maybe mentioned, some learners just skip the MOOC, click the button, didn't actually finish the courses, right? And also challenge to quality English teaching in China. So after 2 years quality English teaching, students cannot take subject courses in English on MOOC because the English level cannot meet the requirement. So although some teachers encourage students to complete the courses offered by some university in USA or the UK, but because of students' English level, per level, they cannot meet the requirement. So 55% cannot complete MOOC courses for language barrier, and also lack of skill of using English for interaction using MOOC courses. Right? There needs some innovation and improvement. Some better courses are MOOC, for example, Future Learning. So Future Learning provides some good English courses. But there's opportunity, right? For Chinese students take English courses from well-known university on Coursera, Future Learn, and teachers can adapt the material on MOOC, either for out of class or for in-classroom teaching. And teachers can encourage students to learn English well, to learn separate English on MOOC. There's also a current call for innovation in EFL teaching. So there will be more funds available from government, so university and companies, to open the course, MOOC course. So how to start a course from MOOC? So as Professor Becker mentioned, doing some research, right? And adding some handout, worksheet, assigning homework, establishing a group for editing and delivering course, and looking for fund, IT group, and the platform. Actually, there's a plan for me to open a MOOC course in the future. So there's a plan, but I have to apply for some fundings. Until I get some funding, so I can set up a group, right, to take videos, right, and then start an EEP course in China. Because after my research in MOOCs, research teaching in China, I found a gap that there's no EEP MOOC course delivered in China. So that's my plan. But as you know that I have to get funding to support my MOOC course, because you need people to work on the IT skills, taking videos, spending more time, and invite more tutors to join with me. Okay, I think that's for my conclusion, right? Is this okay? Yep. Yep. Thank you.